clip, come up with the Instagram. You know what I mean? It's just like, let me get all that done in one day. It may take me 10 hours, but at least I ain't got to revisit that for another month. You get what I'm saying? And now I understand why people be having like social media managers.
Yeah.
It's just like, yo, it's just time consuming. Yo.
Yo, what's up, man?
Welcome back to the Mark Our Words podcast, the official podcast of YouTube. What's good with you, Chen?
Not much, man. I can't complain.
I'm tired. I'm tired, and I've been eating popcorn and drinking water. But we here. We getting these episodes out the way, and
same clothes, everything.
But
one less person.
Yeah, but shout out to Princess. Based on the episodes that y'all seen previously. So what's on your mind? Actually, I did say this the first time when I first came in. I miss you, brother.
Oh, why you miss me?
I ain't see you for a month.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Damn, you right. I guess we were seeing each other
every week.
Yeah.
And now you're like, oh, I'm important. I'm busy. Let me set a schedule.
You know what's funny? I was just talking to my girl about this.
What's up?
I'm starting to like my job again. Sorry, job. If y'all watching this. I don't know.
Did you start liking it because you got more free time to focus on it?
No, I think it's just, we working on some really cool things.
I'm about to say, I could have swore y'all did like a revamp or something like that.
Yeah.
So you're not doing the same thing though, right?
Yeah, we actually switched it back up, during the New Year.
Okay,
so
okay.
On a completely new project. So it's like, it's been progressively getting better, but it's like really good right now. So I'm still studying for, these interviews,
but I think it's good to something that was said in previous episode, to not hate your job.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta love it, but don't
hate it.
Don't hate it, because I think that takes up a lot of energy to just bring yourself in to do something that you hate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, if you love it or even like it, that's a plus. You're blessed and put in a percentage that a lot of people don't find themselves in.
That's true.
So, I don't know if I like my job more than I'm grateful for it. I'm more I'm thankful for it.
Do you hate it?
No, I don't hate it.
Okay.
As long as that's what I say. I don't hate my job.
Have you ever had a job you hated?
Yes.
Really?
Jobs.
Really?
Yes. But it's weird because there's jobs that I hate, but I don't hate working. So it's like,
how does that work?
I don't know. Like I think I was a weird kid. Like growing up, I used to love sweating because I used to. So like I used to, like, whenever like I was doing something, I made sure I was sweating and stuff like that, because I thought like that's like the exertion of like hard work and things like that. So I don't know, like I just always felt like I contributed by doing something hard to society, to the earth. Oh, that's a lie. But more times than not, you just getting a job that you can afford. So yeah. I had temp jobs, I had all types of jobs that were just trash. That was just to put money in my pocket. But that was when I was like late teens and stuff like that. But
when you was balling.
When I was balling, I was balling.
I remember those days.
When I was balling. But we gonna get back to that though.
No, that's a fact.
We gonna level up. Yeah, you see what I did there?
I see what you did there.
Yeah, you see what I did there? I've been paying attention. So what's on your mind, man?
Yeah, man. I've been thinking a lot about leveling up. I think because I want to. So let me back up real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So I made a goal this year to read more books. I think for me, I want to get to a level where my intellect is growing and I'm learning new things and being a better person. And I'm like, one thing that I realized, the people that I like, especially on YouTube, are people that read a lot. Like, these people are always reading a book or always, talking. And a lot of times, a lot of the YouTube videos are about books that they read. So I'm like, all right. So I decided this year to really focus on reading a book.
Yeah.
Which then got me thinking, like, what is this obsession with always being better? Like, why do we love leveling up? And so I guess this conversation could go two ways. Why do we like to level up? Is there ever a time where you're like, enough is enough, I'm good where I'm at?
Mm-hmm.
Where you was talking about just being this,
being content.
Or we could go a different way, which is like ways that we're trying to level up. Which I might contradict both conversations, because I'm asking why am I doing something as though it's like a bad thing, but it's weird that why? Well, why do I want to be smarter? Why do I want to be? And people are probably hearing like, why not?
No, that's what I feel, because you kind of see how people are treated when they are viewed as smart.
I see.
You see, like, the social construct or society upholds people who are smart. It's still people who have a hard time understanding that black people are smart. You know what I mean? The most average person would put a white person as more smarter than a black person. So you can see the benefits of it. You can see the benefits of having money. You know what I mean? All of these things, I don't think all these things are for naught to where we just want things just to want them. I think we see the benefits of it, and more so, we want the benefits of being, of having, that fine girl, because that's what the car go bring. That's what the money go bring. Of having that respect, that's why I want the CEO title. That's why I want to wear or look this type of way. Yeah. That's why I want to be in this type of shape, because of what it brings me more than me just wanting it.
So all these level up people are the same people that want clout.
Pretty much.
They're the same people. It's just that one looks nicer than the other.
Don't. It's kind of hard to say that the person reading the books want clout, but at the same time, it's kind of like you want to be viewed maybe as smart, maybe, because I'm like with books, it's like even I had to turn on the audiobook every now and then, because I'm just like,
it takes a while.
It's 400 pages. Like, it's like, oh, you got to read through 400 pages to get 30 pages worth of info that you like. Oh, I can implement this. But it's like, I don't know. I think it is for clout. I think it's all for the benefit. I think it's all for some type of
benefit though, because it comes with things. But then you know what? You're right. It might not be external benefit, and that's kind of
unfair.
Yeah, to say it's for clout, because like you could be reading how to be a better parent. That's not for clout. That's not for you're reading. You're trying to level up as a parent to be a better parent to your kid. Mm-hmm. But then the question is, do you feel like you're not a good parent? If you're a good parent, why do you have to be? I think like even the book you read, Good to Great.
Yeah.
Why is there a need to be great? Why can't you just be good?
Because good is the enemy of great. That's what they said in the book.
Why can't you side with good? I get that good is the enemy of great. Well, why you gotta be on great? Why can't great be the ops?
I guess his whole point is that the same amount of effort this is from the book, the same amount of effort it takes to be good is the same amount of effort it takes to be great. So basically, he viewed it as you're settling when you basically can obtain greatness by exerting the same energy.
Is that true? Can you beat Michael Jackson with the same level of a Kwame Brown? It's like, nah, don't come for me, Kwame.
You crazy. But I give you Skip Bayless, right? Uh-huh. There's this video going out, because Skip Bayless started a podcast with just him. And he talks about how he told his ex-wife and previous relationships, hey, I don't want no kids. Mm-hmm. He told him that straight up. He said, look, you seen that video?
Yeah.
He said, I don't want no kids. I know what it takes to be this reporter, this journalist. It would take me to move a lot, and I'm married to my work. Like, as long as you date me, you will not be number one, right? And he said the first wife, she was like, okay, but eventually she wanted kids, and that broke the relationship. So he got in the second relationship, and they all agreed to it at first, but, eventually you want what you want, Mm-hmm. And she wanted kids as well, and he said, well, I made myself clear. That's not what I want. And with the current wife he has now, I guess they came to an agreement that I guess they both standards align together. And to your question, you don't. It's gonna be hard to beat people like Skip, because he has a obsession to be great at his job, that he's willing to sacrifice babies. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I don't know if it's true that it takes the same amount of effort, but I guess his whole point was in the book, and granted, you can debate him, is that with these companies, they was already good. They didn't, the amount of effort that they could have used to make better decisions and things like that wouldn't have cost them more than the initial starting of, let's say, the business or something like that. So I don't know if it takes more than that, but to level up and not use Skip as an example, it's gonna be hard. You are not going to, anybody that you feel like you gonna outwork, this man is willing to say, I
don't want kids.
Don't want no kids. He told
and divorce his wife.
Listen, they probably divorce him because my whole thing is, he told him straight up, I don't want no kids. Mm-hmm. That already lets you know. He said you're never gonna be number one. Mm. And you think that by you getting 8 hours of sleep every night that you're gonna outwork this man? So it's strange. Some people go to the extremes when it comes to leveling up, but for me, leveling up for me is strictly money, because I feel like
not, you don't think you level up as a person?
I'm sure I have, but so what? You know,
I'm saying, is that not a focus
to level up as a person?
Yeah,
it's not intentional.
Okay,
I'll say that, because I don't deem myself as a bad person. I don't deem myself as a good person either, though. Yeah. I know my heart. I'm not out here intentionally trying to hurt anybody or intentionally trying to treat my loved ones bad or anything like that. Yeah. So it's kind of like I'm not really fine-tuning that part of my life right now, because I'm like, this is pretty good.
Okay.
What really needs some fine-tuning is probably my career and my entrepreneurial aspects of life. So I'm more focused on fixing that.
That makes sense.
And then once I have kids, then I focus on how to be a good father. But I'm not doing it all at the same time. Like right now, my focus is strictly learning to be a successful, I guess, business owner or podcaster, whatever you want to say, to open other doors for us and myself. So that's as simple as I seen it. And plus, I just seen, just from being a male, that money kind of covers all when it comes to male. That may not be fair, or that may not even be true. But from the benefits that I've seen a lot of people settle to be around men who have money, who are rich, who are financially stable, and some, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, there is this obsession with people who gain a certain type of skill set that a lot of people don't have, right? Whether it's even like, you ever seen the videos of people doing hamburgers, but they're doing mad fast. And people have an obsession. They get like 4, 5, 6 million views. Mm-hmm. It's like, how do you get to that level where you're doing it super fast? I've been struggling with this whole notion of like, need to get better. Even with running, right? It's like, I've been running for a while. And I guess the natural progression is to run your 5K, do 10K, do half a marathon, do a full marathon. And now all these runners that have been around now, who, you know, been doing marathons since early 1990s, are now doing ultra marathons where it's 100 miles. It's like, how much more can you do? And it's like, people are always looking for the next thing. The book that I just read, Atomic Habits, kind of talks about this, about trying to level up, trying to get better. And it's like, what is this obsession of getting better? I'm not sure. I get the whole idea that it comes with certain benefits.
You don't want to be better?
I do. But why? Like, I don't know if it's really just strictly because I want people to like me more.
I don't know.
Like, do I need more money? I would like more money. I could do more things with it. But do I need it?
I think.
Will I be happier not doing? Like, I'm studying for interviews for jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not happy at the job I'm at.
You're like, I'm cool.
Yeah, so why am I putting out all this time to? I don't know. It's weird.
But with you personally, I think you need to define what you feel more specifically than me, because you can sometimes go in and out of the realm of just being a contrarian, of going the extreme the other way. Of like, if everybody want everything, then I just like, why do I want everything? I think the question that you ask yourself is, why do I want everything, or why do I even want this? I think that's a question that you gonna be surprised by a lot of people answers. It's gonna be because so and so got it. It's because I seen this. It gonna be very rare that a lot of people are gonna have their original own answer to a question of why do I want this. It's usually gonna be tied to what they was influenced by or what they saw, more than like, oh, I want this because I grew up this way, and I don't want to raise my kid in this type of environment and things like that. I want to have financial freedom for me. Granted, I would love to say I want to have financial freedom because when me and my lady get married and we have kids, I want it for my family and things like that. That's not honest. I want it for me. You get what I'm saying? That's right. And because I want it for me, and because of the person that I am, that I know myself to be, my family benefits from it because I'm the type of person. But I want it for me. It's not for charity. I'll give the charity, but it's not. But it's not for charity. It's for me and my selfish and the things. It's the payoff of what I've been through for 30 years. You get what I'm saying? And that's the honest reason why I want to level up, is because it's like, oh, it's for me. It's not for anybody else. It's not for the kids. It's not even for the future. I'm like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm kind of on your wave. I'm not leaving nothing for my kids.
I'm not leaving it down.
I'm not leaving. Listen here. I'm traveling the world with my lady, and what y'all can have was in my pocket. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna help you guys out when y'all growing up.
Of course.
But if I'm dead, don't expect nothing. I'm not paying life insurance after 90 years old. Like, if I get to a certain age, I'm not paying insurance, nothing. If I'm dead, I'm dead. Don't be like, hey, well, do you have any life pop? Nope.
Now, granted, I'm gonna leave you some money so you don't shove me down the beltway and stuff like that.
Ain't my problem.
put me in a nice casket.
I'm dead. Y'all do what y'all can.
Figure it out. That'd be wild if we see a GoFundMe
for Chinedu's funeral by his kids. Like, hey man, y'all figure it out, man.
I'm not giving y'all a dime.
That's wild.
This ain't for me. This is for y'all. This is for y'all to feel good about your dad dying.
Okay. My man.
Not paying. But yeah, so I guess my thing is, are there things that you currently doing now that you feel like are helping you level up to that goal?
Matter of fact, I am. Me and my lady did not make a vision board, but we actually sat down and made goals for each month. Right? We started with February, and when I say we made the simplest goal, one of my goals is make my bed every day. I'm talking about that trivial, like that small. Yes, it is, and it helps to have someone that's in the trenches with you. That is, she don't struggle with the same things, but it's good to know she struggled with something. I'm sorry, it's just good to know that you struggling good, So yeah, like I have, if I can remember my list, I have, I'm still on my weight loss journey. I'm make my bed up every day. Drink over 2 liters of water every day.
That's a good one.
I didn't do that today because I had places to go, and I don't want to be going to the bathroom all the time.
It's
a little crazy how I went to the bathroom one time 5 times in 1 hour. it's wild.
And
It's
I think because your body turns into a flushing system.
It's wild. Like I'm drinking like with cucumbers and lemon and mints and stuff like that. So 5 times. I'm like, you know what, man? I pay my water bill. I'm not even gonna flush this because it's clear. It's like I'm gonna flush it at the end of the hour. It's like I ain't no point of flushing this. It's too much money. But just little things like that, and I guess I'm leveling up. But for some reason, I don't view it that way. I view it as like it's kind of hard to level. It's hard for me to view it as leveling up if I viewed it as like I'm correcting something. I'm not doing something to add. Even though it's adding to my life in some way, I'm actually correcting the wrongdoings, what I've been doing. Oh, I haven't been drinking enough water. Let me start drinking more water.
I see.
More than you saying, hey, I've been drinking water. Let me add vitamins. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing anything that is extra more than, like, I'm actually holding myself down to do the regular things.
Yeah.
Like making up my bed. I ain't gonna hold you. Your room look way bigger once your bed is made. I walked in my bedroom one time. I was like, wow. And just things like that. And when I drink over 2 liters of water a day, I'm not as hungry. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And once I get the fundamentals down, then I feel like I can be like, how can I level up? How can I actually do something extra besides doing what I was supposed to be doing? You know what I mean? It's hard.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with you. I mean, like I guess there's a slight difference between starting versus adding, or starting versus upgrading, or improving. For me, it's I don't know. There's always been this type of mindset of how can I get better each year. Even with my goals, like I started out with a year goals, just writing down year goals. Didn't do anything, so I split it up into 3 months. 3 quarters, 4 quarters. And each quarter had 3 months in it. Did that, got a little bit better, but it was kind of hard. Now the way I'm doing it, I have about 4 to 5 goals for each quarter, and now I might have mini goals underneath. And it's been working out. But it's like I've been improving my goals, and there's a real reason for that. So I can attribute why I level up those goals settings because it wasn't working. So it was like this didn't really work, this didn't work. I guess my issue is when people have certain things that are working. Like let's say playing drums.
Yeah.
Right? You're good at playing drums. But it's like this obsession that we have is like, but I want to be better. Or I heard somebody do this, I want to be able to do that too. Or, whether it's like for me, programming. I'm pretty decent. I'm not as good as you with drums, but I'm pretty decent at the keyboard. I want to be a better programmer. I understand there's a reason, and it's ego. Like my ego was telling me,
it's not as simple as just a bigger paycheck.
The paycheck is probably $20K more, which is a lot.
Only 20. I'm about to say only 20K.
But like the amount of hours you about to put in, you could probably do that. You could probably work somewhere for
part time
and make that $20K. Instead of putting this for 4, 5, 6 hours for years. You probably make that more than that in McDonald's in 6 years. So it's like, yes, only $20K more, but I don't know.
I also have this obsession of not leaving plays on the table, to where if I feel like I could do better, just do better. And I remember one conversation, and I don't even know if you understand where I was coming from even today, but I used to tell you all the time, so whatever I do, I just want to do my best at whatever I'm doing. And I think you said, what do that mean, or why, or something like that. And I was just like, why not? Like it's more than just your reputation being on the line, but it's like, if I'm doing it, why would I half-ass it? Why would I just do the bare minimum? I ain't gonna hold you. I got by in school, doing the bare minimum. I remember, I had a commander in RTC, and he literally explained to me how Baltimore County grade the students to where you don't have to pass all 4 quarters. It goes by, even though it's a letter grade, it's a number system. And he told me what number to shoot for, and I got that number immediately. Like, and then once I realized I got that number, I'm like, oh, I can't fail. So I'm like, in a way, I feel like I'm cheating myself because at that point, I pride myself on knowing myself. I don't, unless you really see or fulfill some type of potential, can you really say you know yourself, knowing that, oh, you can achieve these things, or knowing that you can do these things, if you're just constantly doing the bare minimum? It's like, only thing you know is that, like, okay, I'm a decent drummer, or I'm a good coder, or I'm a good programmer, or I'm a good researcher, you know? But you may be more than that, you know what I mean? And granted, you may be content. It's different between being content with being what you are and who you are than actually, like, knowing fully who you are. Like, oh, if I want to be, I can be, or rank, or rather, I am this type of person or this type of profession, more than, like, you're kind of just laying in the unknown. You're kind of just like, yeah, I'm just doing enough to get by. But you're living in the unknown of, like, can you do more? I don't know. You really don't know if you could do more. That's why I said, like, whatever I do now, I try to do my best. That doesn't mean my best is going to be better than other people's, but it's going to be my best. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I would still ask that same question. What does that mean? I think my idea behind that has changed a little bit.
How so?
Well, I think, if you can do your best, do your best. If you can't, then don't try. Like, I don't think, and I guess, doing your best might take that into account, right? Like, maybe your best is not the best overall, but it's your best for right now, which is might be true. I guess my thing was, like, don't hurt yourself in trying to be the best at what you're trying to do if it doesn't mean that much to you. I think it was just.
But I think when you, and maybe I explained it wrong, when I say do the best of my ability, that doesn't mean I'm the best. It could just strictly mean, like, I'm exerting all my skills, all my knowledge, everything about it in this specific thing. That doesn't mean that at the end of me doing that, I will be viewed as the best thing like that. It's just like, it's more like I feel like I left no plays on the table. I feel like I won't have it. I think it's easier to deal with. I think it's easier to deal with regret once you put everything out on the table.
But why would you regret something you don't really care for?
But that's the thing about it. It's not. I guess for me, the way I always view it is I wouldn't do anything if I don't care for it. So everything I do, I'll be like, why not do my best? Because I'm only doing things that I care about.
That's fair.
So it's like, at the end of it, I don't want to. Let's just say that commander told me the grading system, right? Mm-hmm. And I got the bare minimum to graduate high school. Mm-hmm. And then that one teacher said, if you just would have got a B, you would have got a full scholarship to college. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, dang, I left that plate on the table.
But
but I'm just saying, but
if you had done your best.
If I would have done my best is at 1 quarter in my high school career, I got 5 A's and 2 B's. Like, if I wanted to, I could be a straight A student. Mm-hmm. But I was just like, I hated school. You know what I mean? But let's just say if someone was to come and say, you was this close to a scholarship. And me knowing, see, that's the thing about it. Only I would know. Externally, I don't think nobody would know. But if I know that I ain't really tried, but if I would have tried, I would have got that scholarship, or I probably would have got that job position, or maybe it was one time I actually changed the way my resume looked, because I was like, let me change how my resume looked, because it's just like it looks. I don't want to say outdated, but it looks hard to read. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, me just sending, or even a cover letter, even though I somebody told me who's in that position. It's like a lot of people don't be reading cover letters, but that's a whole different discussion for the other day.
Yeah.
It's like, let me not copy and paste the the whole cover letter and send it to all these different companies and only changing the name. Yeah. Let me at least have the same beginning, same ending, and actually try to make myself stand out in the middle. Yeah. And when I did that, I didn't get those jobs, but I got interviews. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, if I'm going to fail, it's not going to be because I left plays on the field. And I guess that's just how I view it. I don't want to live in that realm of the what if. So, like, I just feel like the way that I bring peace of mind for myself, it's like, hey, I didn't get it. I really don't live in the result, but I live in the intent behind what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, the same book, Atomic Habits, kind of talked about him never regretting putting that extra hours to get something done, but always regretting not putting those extra hours. I don't know. I don't think I ever had those regrets. I mean, I probably have like feelings as far as like, maybe if I tried harder in school, I probably would have been able to get better opportunities. Mm-hmm. But then I wouldn't have the mindset that I have now. So it's that whole cliche about, I effed up, but I wouldn't be where I'm at today if I didn't do drugs and not like that whole nonsense.
I think it's a blessing that, like, I think that's you staying in the present day of you not living in the past or even going. It's almost like you're pacing yourself. It's like you're not going too far back in the past and you're not going too far ahead in the future to be like, if I would have did this would have been different. It's like, it's kind of like the thing you live by. Like, you don't really look in the past and be like, those was the best days of my life. You kind of look at today. Like, how can I make this a great day? Yeah. And then tomorrow you look at the next day, like, how can I make this a great day? Besides comparing things to each other and things like that. Because you really, truth be told, when it comes to leveling up, you're never going to feel good once you start comparing anything to anybody. You know what I mean? That's like, fair. So that's why I'm like, that's why I'm honest to say, whatever I'm doing, everything I'm doing, I ain't gonna lie, it's not for my girl, it's not for my kids. It's for me. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. And because if you know me and if you're close to me, you will benefit for it. But just know it's not. It's nowhere near for any of y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, anything else you want to share?
No, man. I think we did a good job, man.
I think we just did a job, and guess what? I feel good about it.
That's good. You did your best.
I did my best for this episode. based on the circumstance that I found myself in, yes, I did. I did the best. Will this be the best episode that I ever did? Of course not. But I did.
Level up.
I did my best in this episode. That was a good thing. Y'all be good, man. Blessings.
All right,